Hello, I'm John Stark from MacTheMovieGuy.com, and I'm incorporating at least one of my Daryl Dixon videos into my spooky season theme because it is The Walking Dead, after all, which is zombies, and the timing of such encourages this to also be included in spooky season because it is a horror franchise. After all, people are eaten by zombies. I think, anyway. This show doesn't have audio description, and I'm a blind film critic, so really I'm just making guesses at this point. Uh, anyway, thanks for watching. Daryl Dixon, Season 2, Episode 2, aka The Book of Carol. So we keep flashing back and forth between Daryl's storyline and Carol's storyline. Eventually, these two crazy kids are going to get back together, you know. I feel like I submit for the approval of the Midnight Society, The Book of Carol. um, yeah, so in this episode, let's see if I can do the creepy voice. In this week's episode, we find Daryl is once again at odds with the community he is now part of. But he still wants to raise not his son, possibly the prophet. Probably not, though, for really being, unless the franchise really just wants to get nuts with it. Probably not a prophet child, but we're thinking he might be. We're going to keep suggesting it until such time where we're going to have to eventually give up on the storyline. So Daryl still is protecting the kid and trying to show him things. And one of the things he wants to show the kid is baseball. Ooh. They play baseball in this episode. There's also a mission that Daryl is sent on, but something happens. I'm not really sure what. Just a lot of growling from zombies, and there's a suggestion from one of the members of the group that maybe they sent Daryl on a mission he won't come back from. Fortunately for us, the series is named Daryl Dixon, so good luck with that one, bitch. Meanwhile, over with Carol. She's found her pilot, and they're flying. But oh no, they're going to have to stop and refuel. But where they refuel, they have found hostiles. Hostiles who know French. And are a little bit cuckoo. Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. And are going to try to perhaps hijack the situation and take advantage, and Carol has to try to talk this one woman down off the ledge, and she's like, you don't have to do what the other one says, and she's like, I'm supposed to kill you, but you don't have to. I'm supposed to. You don't have to listen to her. And this goes on for way longer than you would think, and eventually Carol is able to talk the woman into not killing her and instead killing her friend, who may or may not have done something to the pilot. We don't know, because we've been in this conversation with Carol and the Canadian woman who knows French and English, who's absolutely bonkers. And Carol and she had a name too, like Helena or something like that, leave the, and Carol has promised to take this woman along, and the woman is like, she's so excited she gets to use French. She's like, oh, I'm so glad I get to finally speak French. I'm so glad you guys are flying to France. I'll be so useful. And then the pilot shoots and kills her. And I thought that was excellent. It was such great timing for that shot. Just as the woman is revealing her usefulness, She's like, I know French, and you guys are flying to France. It's like, oh my God. She could be the trans. Oh, dead. She's dead. It was good because I was pretty sure she was insane. Um, but still insane characters. I mean, Virgil came back from it, right? In the Walking Dead, we had Virgil around for a little while. He was definitely insane. Like when they met him, that dude had lost his mind. But then Michonne spared him, and then he became useful. I actually don't even remember how we left Virgil's character at the end of The Walking Dead because he was such like a non-issue for them. They were just sort of like, well, there's that guy. Um, yeah, so anyway, Carol gets her flight to France, and then she gets left. She's left there, and he's like, "Well, I'm gonna wait 2 weeks. I think it's 2 weeks." He says he's gonna, and she's like, "Oh, I'll be back," and he'll be like, "I'll be waiting." And I'm like, "Okay," I'm like, "Dude, she's never coming back. Like 2 weeks is." Although I would love it, I would, but I mean, I feel like this show is going to stay in France for some reason. I don't know why, but we can. If season 3 was not in France, I would not be upset. If season 3 was Carol and Daryl back in like America, like if they flew back to America, I would not be mad at all. I'm sure that guy would have a lot of questions. He'd be like, "This is your daughter," and Carol would be like, "She's made a lot of life choices along the way." But I'd recognize her anywhere. A mother knows. Anyway, so yeah, probably it's not going to work out well for them because at some point, even if they do make it back to the plane, he's going to be like, "Well, oh no, this is my husband, Ed. He's alive. Daughter's not. But I'm gonna take the husband back." So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know where this show is going, but my recaps are weird because I only get little bits and pieces because the show doesn't have audio description, but it does. See, they record the audio description, but then they don't use it. And then later on, Netflix will license the show, and then they'll find out, oh my God, there was an audio description track to that? And you're like, who the fuck was using it? Like, why are you making audio description to a show you're not using? Where is it? Who is getting the benefit from this? I don't understand people. I really just don't. They could be putting this out there for the world, and they just don't. And it's just, I don't know. So I'm just going to keep doing these recaps that are just kind of bullshit. I just wanted to do one. Just one with the flashlight. And for spooky season purposes. So spooky. Is this scary? Ooh. It gives that campfire vibe, Anyway, I'll give Daryl Dixon The Great of Unwatchable because it is. Because I don't have audio description. I'm blind and I need audio description in order to figure out, the zombies. I just basically hear for like 30 seconds. I'm like, I don't know, maybe 10 people died. Maybe nobody died. I have no idea. I don't know where we are. So, and that happened a couple times where I had no idea where anything was. So yeah, it's unwatchable. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. And I will see you guys on the other side.